to our presentation of Whiskers and Whims under the course code TMU 1043 Multimedia Technology. I'm Nureliysa binti Idris, metric number 100546. And as for this video, I'm excited to introduce you this captivating cooperative social deduction game inspired by classic titles like Mafia and Saboteur. Set in a quiet village filled with charming animal inhabitants, Whiskers and Whims challenges players to work together to identify and eliminate the sneaky saboteurs hiding among them. The goal is to prevent the saboteurs from draining the village's resources and plunging it into poverty. Now, Whiskers and Whims isn't just a game of fun and strategy, it also embodies the spirit of global cooperation and resilience, much like the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). Specifically, our game resonates with SDG 1 and SDG 2. Firstly, SDG 1 aims to eliminate poverty by focusing on the most vulnerable populations, increasing access to resources and services, and supporting communities affected by conflicts and climate disasters. In Whiskers and Whims, we mirror this goal by striving to protect our villager from decrease in resource and ensuring the well-being of all villagers. Secondly, SDG 2 targets zero hunger, ensuring everyone, especially children, has enough nutritious food, promoting sustainable farming, supporting small-scale farmers, and providing equal access to land, technology, and markets. Our game emphasizes the importance of sustainable resource management and community cooperation, reflecting these critical aspects. So, as we embark on this enchanting adventure in Whiskers and Whims, let's remember that while we're having fun, we're also embracing the values of global solidarity and sustainability. Together, we can uncover the saboteurs, protect our village, and celebrate the power of community and cooperation. Let's get started and dive into the delightful world of Whiskers and Whims.
Hi everyone, my name is Chloe, and I'm going to be talking about the gameplay. So Whiskers and Whims is a captivating and cooperative social deduction game, and it is set in a charming village inhabited by animals, and you are the animals in this case. So this game was inspired by a classic game like Mafia and Saboteur. Players are challenged to identify and eliminate the sneaky saboteurs among themselves to prevent the village from descending into poverty and hunger. So this game is incorporated with the SDG, Zero Hunger and No Poverty. Right, before the game begins, the players will select a game master, which will not be taking part in the game, but will play a very important role. So the game masters will give the card out accordingly with the the question cards, and then the players are encouraged to not reveal their identity unless they are eliminated, which you have an option to do so or not. Okay, so the game alternates between day and night, so there are two phases of the game. So during the night, the saboteurs will select a victim and to sabotage, and then the sheriff and mayor, if they are present, they will gather their information and protect the villagers. Right, their roles will be in the next part, which is the roles. Alright, and then next in the day phase, the players will eventually discover who was sabotaged, and this information will be disclosed by the game master. And then the players must then engage in discussing the question cards, which is related to Sustainable Development Goals (SGD), and they will vote on who to win after hearing everyone's answers. Okay, so the game ends when either all the saboteurs are eliminated, in which the villagers win, or when the number of saboteurs equals the remaining villagers, leading to the saboteur victory. Right, so with this immersive gameplay, strategic decision-making, and focus on global issues, Whiskers and Whims not only entertains but also educates, promoting awareness in poverty and food security. Future enhancement will focus on rule clarity and expanding the game's reach based on the players' feedback. Right, a little bit to add on the question cards. The saboteurs' questions will be a little bit different from the player's card, leading to a more complicated and, using your mind to play. Yeah, that's all.
Hi, I'm Shasha and I'll be presenting on the characters of the card games. So we have three kind of characters of the card. So the first one is the villager card. So we introduce rabbit, penguin, cat, otter, squirrel, and koala as the villager card animals character because they are often reflect certain stereotypes and typically seen as the gentle or non-threatening kind of animal in a village setting. So moving on to the second kind of character, there's the special card would be the chick as the mayor because usually chick can symbolize leadership that can be seen as a figure of authority where we can see that even every morning they start to crow to signal the start of a new day. And then sheriff as a dog because dogs are universally associated with loyalty, protection, and services like a sheriff. Last, we have advocate as a panda because pandas are often seen as a symbolize of peace and gentle strength, hence making them an approachable and trustworthy figures to represent the community. And finally, for the last kind of card character are the saboteurs card. We have frog as a socialite because frog trait can be linked to socialites' abilities to attract attention through their appearance and charm. And then we have owl as the mole because owl are nocturnal animals and symbolize insight and keen observation that fits the role of a mole that possesses an crucial information that align with secretive and stealth activities who operates behind scene. And then last we have raccoon as a fraud because raccoon are known for their cleverness and resourcefulness and often engaging with mischief activities. For example, they exploit opportunities for personal gain, thus making the saboteur's character well suited for the role, who use cunning and deception to trick the villagers. So that's all for my part. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Farhan and I will be presenting the next part of the presentation, which is the box and the card details. So starting off, the box detail, I will be talking about the dimensions of it. So as you can see on the slide 12 that we have provided, a template of the box and it's unfolded. So for the dimensions of the unfolded box, it would be 18.9 centimeter for the width and it would be 14.4 centimeter for the height. But once the box has already formed and in the shape of a three-dimensional box, the height and the width of it would be different. The width would be 7 centimeter and the height would be 8 centimeter. Moving on to the graphic part of the box, we have implemented the coquettes element on the part of the box where in which we can open to slot in the cards and slot out the cards. So the coquettes element that we have implemented is the bow, because bow is kind of like deep rooted to this coquettes concept. So yeah, we implemented that. And then on the front side of the box, on the front part of the box, you can find the Whiskers and Whims name, the name of the games, and also pictures of the cute animals. And the name of the games also presented on both sides of the box, which are the right side and the left side of the box. Moving on to the back side of the box, you can find credits for the designers, which are Ethel, Gwen, Shasha Sulzari, Elisa Idris, Farhansyah bin Yuslie, and Chloe Chai. And each of us are represented by these cute animals that we have already picked ourselves. And on top of the designer credit, actually there is a synopsis for the game, just a short synopsis. And then below it, you can find the barcode and also the group's logo. And talking about the group's logo, they on the box, we have implemented or we put two logo, not different logo, it's just the same logo, but we have put these logos on both sides, on the front and the back side of the box. And on the front part of the box, you can find the group logos on top of it, And on the back side, you can find just right down below the credits for the designer. So that's about the box, the details that we have on the box. Moving on to the card detail. As everyone is informed, there are two types of cards, which are the character cards and also the question cards. Although the question cards letter would be differentiated into two, which are for the saboteurs and the common characters, but essentially the design is just the same. For the character cards, let's talk about the character cards first. For the character cards, the front part of the card, or the front face of the card, there is the name of the game, which is Whiskers and Whims, and also a picture of cute animals, and it is surrounded by bows. The reason of the bows and the color pink, it's because of coquette concept. Basically, we just want to relate back to the coquette concept. And on the back side of the character cards would be a picture of the character, and the background is a background of a forest, and just below the character picture there would be the name of the character and the description of the character. Basically, the description is telling you what you are going to do in the game, what is your role, what is the action that you can do. And there will be 12 cards of these character cards, which are the character itself, the rabbit, the penguin, the cat, otter, squirrel, koala, the chick, the puppy, panda, frog, the owl, and the raccoon. So essentially, there are 12 character cards, which each cards will have different name, different description, and different characters. So that's about the character cards. We're moving on to the last part that I will be explaining, which is the question card. And as I explained just now, we have two different question cards, which are the question cards for the common people and the question cards for the saboteurs. And there will be slight difference on the graphic design of the card. So for the question cards, the front part is just the same like the character cards that we have just now. It's just a picture of the cartoons, the cute animals, and then we have the Whiskers and Whims, which is the name of the game, and the bow surrounding it. And then for the back part of the question cards, we do not have any pictures of a characters or anything. It's just questions, just purely questions. And the background of the cards would be a picture of bows. Basically, it's just to relate back to the concept of Arquette, the coquette, I'm sorry. And the color is basically pink. And if you notice, the bottom right of the question cards, the back face of the question cards, you can find different shapes, which are the stars, the hearts, the flowers, and diamond, and also bow. So basically, there's nothing much. There's nothing much in terms of the meaning of the shapes. There's nothing much to it. It's just basically to indicate that different questions will have different shapes. Different shapes will, representing different questions. That's about it. And talking about the size of the card, if we relate back to the box detail just now, the size of the box, if it's folded, it will be width 7 centimeter, and the height of the folded box would be 8 centimeter. So to have the right size of the card, we also designed the card around 7 centimeter width and 8 centimeter height, so that it's easy for us to slot in the card later on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the detail of the box and the detail of the question cards, and also as well as the character cards. So yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ethel, and I'll be talking about the player experience together with conclusion for our presentation slide. So let's talk about the player experience in Whiskers and Whims. Our goal was to create an immersive gameplay environment where it combines together with strategic decision making, together with also social interaction based on SDG goals. With that, players are gonna be engaged in a village charming setting where the theme for our game was actually a cottagecore, and then they'll each will be taking like their own roles such as villagers and saboteurs. Villagers that I can say, for example, for the special cards are like the sheriff and mayor, or like saboteurs that we can talk about is like maybe like the socialite or the mole, and then each of this role itself will have a unique abilities and responsibilities for this village. And then with that, for the feedback, it has been overwhelmingly positive, which is great. Players do express their like enjoyment, which indicate that they would eventually recommend this game to their friends and family. But however, we do find out like there's a cons of this game itself throughout the development of it, because we identify some part that there is confusion in terms of like rules and mechanics, because as the player play along the game itself, they tend to get confused of their own roles, and also they kind of forget their own roles as saboteurs. So therefore we do need to like make a better description or like indication that they are like the saboteurs, who's like the bad guy for this whole game itself. And then with that, we can ensure a smoother gameplay and also more understandable gameplay in the future after the improvement that we've done for our game. So in conclusion, Whiskers and Whims has successfully combined the game into entertainment and also educational depth. So by integrating the themes of a global issue that we've chosen, which is the SDG goal based on the poverty and hunger, into the gameplay, we are capable to aim raising awareness among the player and also fostering empathy. So with that, our game itself does give the impact beyond that, extends beyond fun. So in terms of this, players can be educated and also promoting critical thinking about the real world challenges, because this can be more pinpoint on based on the question card that we've done. So the question that we've chosen is based on the struggle of the people that are struggling about poverty and hunger on a daily basis. Therefore, with this question, players can be thinking more on the way of how to create this world for a better place for these people. Therefore, in the future, maybe in the future, players can be putting this thinking skill for a good impact into the society. Hence, looking forward, we can also plan to enhance the clarity of our rules, our rule game, and expand our game reach and continue refining the game itself based on the player feedback. Because we do believe that Whiskers and Whims itself has potential to make a meaningful difference while providing entertainment for the society. And with that, we have come to our very final presentation slide. So I would like to say on behalf of my team, we would like to say thank you so much for your attention for our game Whiskers and Whims.